Good morning children. Welcome back to social class. Okay. So before going to topic, quickly we have to recall the previous topic. Okay children. Now tell me children what we learned in previous class. Very good. We learned about globes and disadvantages of the globes, right? And we learned about maps and types of maps. Am I right children? Okay. So quickly we have to recall. What is a globe children? Very good. Globe is an exact model of the earth, right? Okay. Now tell me children, what is a map? Very good. A map is a drawing of the earth's surface. Okay. So there are three types of maps. What are they children? Very good. Physical map, political map and thematic map. Am I right children? Okay. Now today we learn about difference between globes and maps and components of maps. Okay children, now let's see the difference between globes and maps. Okay, globes and maps. Okay, globe. Globe is round in shape. Okay. Next, coming to map. Map is flat surface. Now, can you guess children? Can you give answer? Very good. Globe shows very good shape of the earth. Very good children. Shows shape of the earth. Next, children, now tell me, maps show shape of the earth? No, cannot shows shape of the earth. Children, here globes are not so detailed. Okay, globes cannot show small cities and villages. Okay, so is not so detailed. Okay. Next, coming to maps. Children, map shows small cities, towns. Okay, so map is more detailed. Okay, more detailed. Okay, next, children, globes are heavy. Okay, so difficult to carry from one place to another place. Okay, difficult to carry from one place to another place. Okay, next, coming to maps, can easily carry. Okay, children, globe is an exact model of the earth. Okay, so globe is round in shape. Okay, coming to maps, maps are maps are drawing of the earth's surface. Okay, so flat surface. Okay, globe is 3D dimensional shape, and coming to maps, it is 2D dimensional shape. It is 3D. Okay, next, globe shows shape of the earth, and coming to maps, maps cannot show shape of the earth. Next, Globes is not so detailed. Okay, so globe cannot show small areas better. Okay, and coming to maps, maps show more detailed. Okay, so maps can show small areas better. Okay, next, children, big globes are more detailed than the small globes, but globes are big and heavy, so it is difficult to carry from one place to another place. And coming to maps, we can easily carry from one place to another place. Understood, children? Children, now we learn about components of a map. Components of a map. Children, every map has a few specific components. Okay? Scale, colors, directions, signs and symbols. Okay, what are the components of a map? Very good. Scale, colors, directions, signs and symbols. Okay, so these components are also known as language of a map. Okay, these components are help us to read the map very easily. Okay, children? Now let us learn one by one. Okay? Colors. Children, generally all maps use standard colors. Okay? For example, water bodies always shows in blue in color. Okay, children? Water bodies are always blue in color. Okay? Water bodies are always shows blue, right? And similarly, brown is used to show hilly or mountain regions. Hilly or mountain regions. Have you understood, children? Water bodies are always in blue. Okay, brown is always indicates hilly or mountain regions. Okay, children, now learn about scale. Okay, children, maps are the reduced drawing that represent a entire world on a small piece of paper. Okay, children, maps are the reduced drawing that represent the entire world on a small piece of paper. Okay, children, maps are drawn with a scale to represent the real distance between two places. Okay, so every map has drawn with a scale. Okay, now look at here, children. Children, is it visible to you? Scale. Okay. So, children, every map has drawn with a scale. Okay. So, what we understood here? Maps are drawn with a scale. Okay. Now, children, tell me, what is a sketch? Very good. Sketch is a rough drawing. Okay. So, sketch is not scaled. Okay, coming to maps, maps are drawn with a scale. Okay, so every map has drawn with a scale. Am I right, children? Okay. Children, in math, we are using scale to measure the things, right? And measure the very good distance also, right? So, the scale is very useful us to measure the distance of the places and things. Okay. So, here maps can be small scale maps or large scale maps. Okay. Here maps can be large scale maps or small scale maps. Okay. Here large scale maps shows continents or countries. Coming to small scale maps shows villages, towns and cities. Okay. Children, small scale maps give more information than the large scale maps. Okay. So which map gives more information? Very good. Small scale maps give more information than the large scale maps. Okay. Children, maps can be two. Okay. Large scale maps or small scale maps. Okay. Large scale maps shows continents and countries. Okay. And coming to small scale maps shows villages, towns and cities. Have you understood, children? Children, we'll discuss types of directions. Okay. There are two types of directions. Okay. Cardinal directions are also called main directions. Okay. Subdirections are also called intermediate directions. Understood, children? There are two types of directions, cardinal directions or main directions. Okay. And subdirections are also called intermediate directions. Okay. Cardinal directions are north, south, okay, west and east. Okay, these four are called cardinal directions. Okay, what are cardinal directions, children? Very good. North, south, west and east. These are cardinal directions. And coming to sub directions, northeast, northwest, southeast and southwest. These four are called sub-directions or also called intermediate directions. Okay. Children, these directions are an important part of a map. Understood, children? These directions help us to finding the places. Okay. Identify and locate the directions. Okay, children? Children, I'll give you one mnemonic to easily remember the directions. Children, every day are you watching news? Okay. So here, what is this spelling? N-E-W-S. Okay, news. Okay. Here, N for north. Okay. E for east. W for west. And S for south. Okay. If you remember this word, easily we can remember the directions. Okay. N for north, E for east, W for west and S for south. Okay. These four are main directions. Okay children. Look at me. North, south, west, east. Okay. Now northeast, here, very good children, southeast. Now tell me here, very good, southwest, here, very good, northwest. Okay, north, south, west and east are the main directions or cardinal directions. Children, the directions between the main directions are called subdirections. What are subdirections? The directions lie between the main directions are called subdirections. Okay, so these directions lie between the main directions, okay, are called subdirections. Okay, subdirections help us to finding the places more accurately. Okay, so once again, intermediate directions help us to finding places more accurately. Okay, got it children? So directions are more useful when we want to identify or locating places. Okay, signs and symbols. Okay, children, every map has a universal language of symbols. Okay, there is an international agreement regarding usage of these symbols. Okay, these symbols are also called conventional symbols. Conventional symbols. Okay, what are conventional symbols children? Very good. So there is an international agreement regarding using these symbols. Okay, are called conventional symbols. I'll show you symbols children. Look at here. What is this symbol? Very good. It indicates bus stop. Okay, this taxi stand. Okay, and metro station, railway station. Okay, airport, swimming pool, fast food, restaurant, cinema theater, okay, and public toilets. Okay, so throughout the world the people agreed that using some symbols. Okay, so here these symbols are called conventional symbols. Okay children, these symbols give lot of information in a limited space. I'll show you children here. Look at here. Here there is a table, list of symbols. Okay, different types of minerals gives different types of colors and symbols. Okay, and here also agriculture, there is a list of symbols and colors. easily to remember, okay, and easily to identify, okay. So these symbols used, okay. In a map we find a table. So this is a table, okay. Children, is it visible to you? Okay. In a map we find a table, that list of symbols used within the map, okay, what they stand for, okay. This is called legend or key. Okay. Children, in the map we find a list of symbols in a table, okay. So it gives lot of information, okay. We can call legend or key, okay. Have you understood, children? By seeing symbols easily we can identify, okay. So there are common symbols, okay, and hospitals we used to use this symbol, am I right? So these are the symbols, okay. Am I clear, children? Now tell me, children, what we learned today? Very good. We learned difference between globes and maps, right? And we learned components of maps. What are components of map, children? Very good. Directions, very good. Scales, okay. Colors and signs and symbols, okay. So these help us to read the map very easily. If someone want to read the map, so these components helps to read easily and accurately, okay. Am I clear, children? Okay, I'll give you. Children, please note down the project work, okay. Make a rough sketch of our school, okay. Mark the location of your classroom in the sketch. Now tell me, children, what is a sketch? Well, I'll tell you what is a sketch. Sketch is a rough drawing and sketch is not scaled. And coming to map, map is drawing of the earth surface and map is scaled, okay. Understood, children? What is a sketch? Sketch is a rough drawing, okay. Make a rough sketch of our school, okay. Draw a rough sketch of our school, okay, and mark the location of your classroom in the sketch. Will you do it, children? Okay. And this is the value of the lesson. We should offer to help people who are new to the our street or our neighbors, okay. We should help the direction to a place, okay, children. Thank you.